Paparazzi Jill reveals that Meg paid her $5,000 to take the Sussexes and famous neighbors' pics around Montecito. Jill Ishkanian's pictures of Meghan at a flower market in Montecito, California were published in the Daily Mail on Saturday, July 15th, the latest in a series of images of the Sussex family taken by a range of photographers. Harry and Meghan, who live in Montecito with their two children, have complained bitterly about the paparazzi before, including after what they described as a car chase in New York in May. At the same time, critics of the Sussexes sometimes suggest that they call the paparazzi themselves in order to get media attention. Ishkanian said she was not tipped off about Meghan's presence and was in the town because she grew up there, and she believes the couple's confrontational approach with the press has put publications on edge. I would say everyone's scared of her, she told Newsweek. They're all scared of her. She won. The publications are just scared of her. They're more timid. She's trouble with a capital T. When you sell a picture of her, you get lawyers calling you and they ask you all sorts of questions. They ask you, did she ask you not to take her picture? I got forms from the Mail, the Sun, everybody. They're all crazy. And then they ask you why you were there. No one called me. Montecito's a small place. If you're around, it's not that hard. Ishkanian said she had not received complaints from Meghan's team directly, having photographed Meghan 4 times since 2021. British newspapers in particular may well have in mind the UK press regulator, the Independent Press Standards Organisation, or IPSO, and its editor's code of practice, which places restrictions on photographers and journalists applying content to British publications, irrespective of which country they're based in or whether they have staff or freelance. It says journalists must not persist in questioning, telephoning, pursuing, or photographing individuals once asked to desist, nor remain on property when asked to leave and must not follow them. Ishkanian would likely have been asked why she was at the flower market because the photos would have been made on principle in the UK newspaper if she had followed Meghan from her home address. Any pictures taken after a person has asked the photographer to stop also cannot be published without breaching the IPSO code. Meghan and Harry also forced paparazzi agency Splash News and Pictures into bankruptcy over images of Meghan with son Prince Archie when he was only a baby. They sued at the High Court in London under European privacy laws over the images taken in a public park in Canada in 2019. Ishkanian said she stumbled on Meghan at the flower market on one of the many routine trips to Montecito, where her mother lives. This would be the fourth time since 2021, and I had a different vibe from her this time. When you do this kind of work, you become very intuitive. The way she looked at me was just different than the other times. She seemed a bit like she had been humbled or brought down a peg. She was so nice to those vendors, I'm telling you. I heard her being very nice. She smiled, and it was just a different thing than I've seen before. Meghan and Harry issued a strongly worded statement after what they described as a near catastrophic car chase with paparazzi in New York City in May.